Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Hey, what's up, man? How's it going? Hey, what's up?
Ain't nothing. Ain't nothing. Give me 1 second.
All right.
You've been dipping around with some fancy clown.
What's up, Carbon?
Can
you hear us?
Yeah,
Cool, cool. Yeah, your mic is a little janky.
that should be better.
Yeah, it's better.
Let's see.
We waiting for John.
We're waiting for John McMurray.
Yeah, Lando said he would make it tonight.
Stop camera.
Try to order some chicken.
Oh, my camera not
This
working.
damn thing is remember you gotta turn on your your OBS.
Yeah.
Turn on virtual, start virtual camera.
Oh, this thing needs to update. I'll skip this version for now. Better.
You heard Louis Gossett Jr. passed away?
We talked about that earlier.
I don't know who that is, bro.
So young.
Yeah, we know Gen Z having no culture.
First black man to win an
He's
Oscar
a
for his part
black
role.
male actor.
Yeah, he was in some good movies back in the day.
He was old. He was 87.
Well, everyone dies eventually.
Indeed, indeed.
This is true. I need to redraw this. I was just messing around when I was drawing this. I think I need the scale right.
Forever to confirm, man.
Right, let's see. Don't care about that.
This is ridiculous.
You don't need to see me, do you?
No,
you
it's
hear me?
not that. I was trying to order something for Papa John's. It's the confirmation page is taking forever. It keeps saying that it's unresponsive. So I don't know if the order went through or not.
Well, you can always call up there and ask, you know, or you just check your email because sometimes it shows me your email, you know.
I mean, if it, yeah, sure it does. Yeah. Let me check my email real quick. Did I have this page? I guess the email will tell me if the order went through or not. Yeah, I think it did. I'm closing this down. It's just a confirmation anyway. I think the order actually went through. Alrighty then. Let me give John a call. See if he's gonna come on up. Because if not, we're gonna get started.
Yo.
Hey John, you still are you still gonna do the podcast with us tonight?
Oh God, it's already 8 o'clock.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yes. I put the link.
Just to take over.
Okay, yeah, I put the link in the Discord, so whenever you're ready.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Yep. Why does StreamYard gotta be so expensive?
You said stiff?
No, I said expensive. Why gotta be so expensive?
Because they want money, and you have it.
You know, say why does it have to be so? I don't mind paying something, but God, $24 a month. I guess if we did this more often, I'd probably go ahead and do it so we can have like customized stuff.
Oh, yeah, Brian, I got my new I got my new stylus. I ordered it today.
We'll say show it to us, but you don't have your camera on.
I ordered it. Got off Amazon.
Oh, okay. You said you ordered. Yeah, sorry.
All it is the Bamboo Ink Plus, so it's nothing crazy.
Yeah, you've seen it, Demetrius. This is the new one I got for my laptop, Caleb. It's like the thicker version. This is a new stylus. New stylus I got for my laptop. It's the thicker version of the one I had before that just stopped working. Cost me $35 for things to stop working. I even called the company.
Some of the wrong version, but
yeah, that's
I was showing the wrong thing.
Yeah, I was saying it looked like he was really working on things, but that's the thin version that just stopped working.
I was reading something. It might be
this
just
one.
the setting you're using it on, because
what setting? It didn't come with any setting. It didn't come with like a little app or anything.
Well, what I was reading is like you got to change it to whatever operating system you're using.
What? How do you change it? There's no what setting is there's no settings for it. It's weird too because
for my
I'm using it right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it works for some things. Like it just worked where I just moved that thing. But when I try to draw with it, they don't do nothing. Like you can see the little stylus with the larger one. Larger one works better.
It's more comfortable in your hand, I guess, too.
Yeah, that's looking good, Carbon.
What are you talking about? I just started in the hair. What are you talking about?
I'm just saying overall, it just looks good, the body and everything.
Yeah, but it's all Reed's apologized, you know. It's
Look at them titties. I like it because it got titties.
I like it. I likes it a lot.
I like it a lot. All right, Brian. I'm redoing these glasses, and I like the round ones more. I'm starting to like the round ones more. Versus,
I like the original ones you did, where they had like the thick frames. Yeah, the Malcolm X ones.
Those?
No, the Malcolm X ones that look more rectangular.
Oh, on the original drawing.
Yeah, on the original drawing. Those look good too, though.
The green ones. These?
The green ones. Yeah.
I kind of like these more. The one I'm doing in purple. Hurry up, John McMurray. Hey, Brian, remind me, I got to send you the email of the story I've been typing up.
All right.
Because I'm almost on chapter 3, the Chaos Bringer. That's an eyeball. I just thought that was a nose. Like, oh shit.
a cyclops.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I was distracted by them titties. What? For somebody that don't really talk about women, you know anatomy just right, boy.
That's your job as an artist. What are you talking about, man? I sculpted other characters too.
It's your job as a man to know them titties.
These other ones not turning on.
Titties don't turn you on?
Oh, I mean, obviously, I wouldn't make this many female characters. What are you talking about, dude?
I don't know. Titties are a beautiful thing.
Yeah, but I made like some other character. I gotta read to apologize them at some point, but this one has like no hands right now.
Hey, don't you lose them titties? I'll disown you. Like, man,
I sculpted 2 other characters too, you know, which I'll read to apologize them and join all together at some point too.
I'll be like, my friend's protege made the perfect character. What's the character about? I don't know, but it's got some nice titties.
I had a random head somewhere. Where's the other?
Hey, Caleb, did Brian show you all the other artwork?
What artwork?
That we're doing for my book.
How can I show it to him?
He said he wanted you to show it to me. Like he said, waiting on you because I remember you were supposed to join us at one time. You didn't join or something like that. At least waiting on you.
Yeah, I don't even have the artwork, so how would I show him?
I thought I sent it to you. Sorry, you bastard. Making me apologize. Using these anger management classes techniques. Like, oh, you must apologize when you get angry and walk away from the situation.
Why should you apologize if you have like legitimate righteous indignation? Yeah. I can see walking away, but I ain't apologize for this. I didn't do anything, especially if I'm the one being
assaulted, accosted. But what I found out, like, I'm glad glad I did the order because shit wasn't fitting my hand properly.
You research to make sure it works for your
Yeah, I made sure to do that because I'm not spending all that money, and it's not gonna be worth it.
Yeah, I mean, you can always send it back, but it's just such a pain in the ass to send stuff back.
Yeah. All right, Carbon, you see it?
Let me look at your screen. Oh yeah, it's pretty good.
And then you got this one, and what me and Brian like about this one is coming. He's swooping down from the side. You see the cape, how the cape is coming down from this way.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up? What's up, John?
God damn, that was quick.
That was quick. What was that, man?
Podcast is over, everybody. John gone.
Yeah, it kind of flickered. Yeah, it flickered there for a second. Yeah.
What flicker were you talking about?
Well, you were on and it like it flickered.
Yeah, you said
then
hey,
it
and it's like dipped out immediately. That's what we heard.
Yeah.
Well, John, every time I see you, I just want to apologize for some evil I've done through the week. You look all serious and shit. Like, damn, sorry I slapped that baby earlier. Sorry, John.
All right.
Had it
So
coming, though, John.
now that Johnny Mozzarella is here, we will get started with the first topic, and that is, of course, Mr. Akira Toriyama.
Gone too soon, man.
He's pretty old. He was like, what, 70? How old was he? 70?
He was 68.
Oh, 68. I'm sorry. Okay, so he was I put 10 years on him. Put 10 years on him.
I mean, he wasn't really old, but he wasn't really young either.
Yeah.
But it was kind of a shock because, you know, usually you hear something leading up to it. It's kind of like with what's his name, Apollo Creed. It kind of just happened.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It wasn't like, oh, he got sick or he was in the hospital. Actually, a couple of months before, Akira Toriyama was in the hospital. But
he was?
Yeah, but it wasn't like, you know, they didn't advertise as anything serious. But
because he was a pretty private guy, right?
Right, yeah.
But I just learned that he had 2 kids.
Yeah, his son is taking over, I guess, the franchise or the name or whatever it is, I guess. It's gotten so big now where there's so many different branches of it.
Is his son also a cartoonist?
Oh, I don't know. I have no clue. But I mean, Toyo was already doing doing the anime anyway. Akira Toriyama was just writing for him.
Well,
I was curious if his son had any work. Had work under his belt. Whether it was related to Dragon Ball, I didn't really care. I was curious.
Oh, like if he was an artist too? Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Well, Zoe is going ham tonight.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's the only reason why I don't like doing them on Fridays is because but Jesse's here, so I was just like, all right, switch off. But usually it's just me by myself and it's just too much.
Yeah, I mean, we could do it on Saturdays. The only reason why I didn't want to do it this Saturday because I got to work.
Yeah. Usually Saturdays at least recently, Saturdays have been better for me.
Yeah.
That man was on a boat last week.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, yeah. Definitely for the kids, that's for sure.
And hey, like I said, man, I've only seen you with 2 facial expressions. And when you're happy, it scares people. Like, God damn, what the hell's going on?
Akira Toriyama, he did another project called Sandland. I mean, he's done a number of things actually other than Dragon Ball called Sandland, and everyone's saying it's pretty good, but I've never actually checked it out. I think they made an anime for it too.
Yeah, there is an anime out for it.
I've never seen it.
Eventually, yeah, I've never seen it either. But they said the manga is actually pretty good, also. By the way, I'm thinking about getting the Claymore manga because I've been rewatching it lately. I've been watching an episode here and there.
Doesn't it go like much further than the show?
Yeah, and what I read was that it did something similar to Game of Thrones, where it caught up with the manga, so it kind of did its own thing. So I want to read the manga and see where they went with it. Because I always wanted to see like what happens, like what's the next stage? Because I read that island that they're on is almost like a test ground.
Yeah,
there's like this whole other larger continent out there or whatever. My God, Zoe's.
Oh, y'all can hear her pretty well.
Huh?
Y'all can hear her pretty well.
Oh, yeah,
you made that clearly bad, bro. You do, bro.
Yeah, I knew that.
Furious.
Trying to figure out how I can.
Yeah, no way I can have
mute it.
Extra like mute settings. Yeah, it doesn't have like all those extra audio settings.
Yeah,
Johnny Montreal, what you think of the hater?
What hater? Who are you talking about?
This is my character. He's the hater.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah, he is.
I like it. He's the hater.
Yeah, but back to Akira Toriyama, man. Like my thing about it, Toriyama doesn't have the writing chops that Toriyama has. Like, because sometimes that manga, I'd be like, what the hell is going on here?
I'll be honest, the whole moral, the whole moral arc, I'm like,
all that was the Cell Saga all over again.
I was about to say, like, let's be real, man. The writing for Dragon Ball has been subpar since like the Cell Saga. So, I mean, if you're watching or if you're reading now, you're just a fan and you just want to see where it's going, but you're not really. I mean, if you're being real with yourself, I mean, there's much better anime that's better written than than Dragon Ball. I mean, it's just cool to see like their stories continuing on. But other than that,
it's pretty
the writing, like it's just right, Carbon. I mean, it's for nostalgia purposes. Because really, I thought the writing for Cell, I still think the Cell arc, well, really the Android arc and how it went into the Cell arc, I thought that was like the best storytelling for other than Dragon Ball, because Dragon Ball actually has some pretty good storytelling. A lot of people have, well, I shouldn't say a lot of people have watched it, but I think a lot of the American, or a lot of American fan base, because we got introduced to Dragon Ball Z first.
Yeah,
they probably.
I've never actually watched Dragon Ball.
Yeah,
I need to.
But it's actually really good. Like,
I've seen parts of it, and I do like it. Yeah.
Like the storytelling, I think is actually better in Dragon Ball than it is Dragon Ball Z. But really after the Cell Saga, I mean, the Buu Saga. It's just not very, very well written. But he was under so much pressure when it comes to deadlines, and then so from his editors and then the fans, I think that kind of that's the reason why he walked away from it for so long. Because he was just like, it's killing me. It's literally killing me. He's trying to keep up with all the it got so big, like it was just bigger than he could deal with. And that's the reason why he walked away from it and then come back to it until almost 15 years later, 20 years later, when he started writing Super.
No, he wrote Yo's Son Goku and Friends Return, the little movie where he had to beat up the two blue and white guy.
Oh yeah.
There's parts of Super that I really like. There's other parts where I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I mean,
And
overall,
as far as like artistically, I'm sorry, it in no way compares
oh
to
my god,
Dragon
that's
Ball
not
Z
even
or Dragon Ball for that matter.
But
Yeah,
let's be
although I
real.
will say some of
A lot
the fight scenes between Goku and Jiren, you know, they up the ante on that, but that's about it, really, if you think about it.
They have some cool concepts, but as a whole, I'm sorry, DBS is lacking. Like it just is. But there were some cool concepts. I mean, yeah, all the cool things. Unfortunately, all the cool things that they did with DBS, and not only the anime, but even in the manga, a lot of the cool things that they introduced, they ended up nerfing like almost immediately.
Yeah.
So it's just like,
Yeah.
well, you know what I mean? So
I think if they would have focused
chasing.
I think if they would have actually done an actual story rather than just another tournament. Here's another villain I got to defeat. Here's the more power level stuff. Actual story, like, because I think the idea of the different universes and different characters and stuff is really quite interesting. There's a lot of interesting things you could do with that. Now, from what I hear, see, I never watched that Dragon Ball. What's it called? Heroes? Or something like that. From what I hear, they do some interesting things in that, but it's not real. They're not long enough to really be able to, you know, do anything. Like, why did he even do that? Like, why is that even a thing?
Well, that's
It's
actually
a
promotional.
game they have, yeah.
Right, yeah. The anime, the Dragon Ball Heroes, is actually promotion for their game.
Oh, okay, I got you. So it's really more related to the game.
Yeah. It's
I got you.
That's the whole reason why they created it. He did help write a lot of that though. Toriyama did. But yeah, like that's all just promotion for that game. But I mean, like I said, some of the concepts that they came up with, like the whole God key and all that, I actually liked all of that. The only problem is just you nerfed it so quickly. And I still think Resurrection of F, my idea for Resurrection of F would have been so clutch, because not only would it wouldn't have nerfed God Key, but it would have been the grand re-entrance of Gohan's character that they tried to do in Superhero, which I think they failed miserably at.
You know, I wasn't feeling that. I wasn't actually. It was okay. You know, I just wasn't.
No, you can be honest. It was garbage. I'm sorry, it was garbage.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I wasn't really feeling it. Yeah.
I'm a fan. I love DBZ. I have it plastered all over my house and my car and everything. But come on, man, it's garbage. I'm sorry. That movie is garbage. The animation, the artwork, the direction, all of it's garbage.
The 3D shit,
it's all garbage, man. They're trying to quickly pump this stuff out because they know. Because they know, like, okay, it has such a huge name that it's going to sell. If you put DBZ on it, DBS or whatever, it's going to sell. It's like Star Wars. You know what I'm saying? It's like the Star Wars of anime. All you have to do is say, "Hey, this is DBS."
Star Wars ain't selling now.
It's definitely not.
Wow.
Messed up Battlefront 2, bro.
No, not yet.
They most definitely do.
That shit is not selling now.
But regardless,
they run Battlefront. I ain't paying Star Wars no more, bro. How they gonna ruin a classic game like that? How did they ruin a game that was already successful 20 years ago? How'd they make that worse?
I mean, like I said, it's all about just getting it out. It's not so much about the quality anymore. It's just about getting it out there. About that. And as long as it has a big enough name, you can get away with it.
Star Wars is starting to feel that pinch now, because I refuse to support it in any way, shape, or form. I know exactly how you feel. I just refuse. You know, it can die. It's dead to me. It's dead to me.
Yeah, I mean, well, they've driven away a lot of their core fan base. So, I mean, it's the same thing with Disney or Marvel, I should say. Once you start driving away, once you start driving away your core fan base, I mean, that's where all your money is.
Like, you got a point, because like you can still make this thing successful. Of course, you want to bring in new fans, but if you always got that all the time money.
Why bring in new fans? When you already have a really big audience anyway. I mean, it's already gonna make money. Just make the shit good. Like they already you bought the name. You have the name. It's
Right.
gonna bring. You already have the fans. You know what I'm saying? Like why bring in people who weren't really that interested in it to begin with?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To alienate the core people. It just made no. It made no. Yeah, it makes no sense. But that's looking good, Caleb. It's just making no. It just makes no sense. You know. And with that, I mean, I guess we can go to the next topic since we brought up Star Wars. We'll have you seen the trailer for the Acolyte, John?
Man, I didn't even watch that, man. I watched
No,
I
it.
haven't actually watched it either, but I figured it's content.
I watch it.
We can watch it.
It's the cool
we'll
thing.
talk about it, I guess. Let me share the screen.
Well, that's Kathleen Kennedy's pet project, so we know how we feel about her.
Who is it?
The
Let's
lady that's
see,
over Star Wars, right?
Oh, yeah.
Share screen. And let's see the Acolyte. Here. All right, can you guys see that?
Mm-hmm.
You guys here?
Yeah.
I'm still
Yeah,
here.
we can say.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
I'm still here, man.
You're all here.
Looks like John's out of there. Kayla, can you hear me?
I can still hear you, man.
I can hear you, Brian.
I can't hear you guys now.
Dang.
What the heck's wrong with this thing? Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, can you guys hear me? For some reason I can't hear
Yes,
anything now.
we can still hear you.
Did I press something?
Chaos
Am I-
bringer.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I think I
Can you hear
accidentally
us?
pressed. Yeah, I can hear you. I accidentally pressed the button. Or can you guys see the trailer?
You see the screen.
All right, so I'll start playing it here. Yeah, I hear that.
Close your eyes.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Your eyes can deceive you. We must not trust them. Tell me what comes into your mind.
Life. Balance. I see fire.
God.
Someone is killing Jedi.
Stop
It
it.
doesn't make sense. What happened?
I sensed darkness.
This isn't about good or bad. This is about power and who is allowed to use it.
What is that?
Well,
All right, guys. Give me your opinions. On the new Star Wars Acolyte. I'm gonna tell you right now, I think it looks like shit. The little that I know about this, I know it's supposed to take place during the High Republic era, where there's really not supposed to be there's no war going on. So it's supposed to be during a time of great peace or whatever.
So this is gonna be a prequel.
Yeah, this I think Yoda's still. I think he's alive. You know, he's like almost 1,000 years old or whatever. But
right.
I don't know. It just doesn't look. I like Carrie Ann Moss. I do. But if you want to bring in an audience, right? I don't see her as a big draw, especially for the type of people who are really into Star Wars. Like if they would have brought Keanu Reeves in as like the main guy or whatever, because I don't even think Carrie Ann Moss is the main guy. I think it's that black chick that with the dagger. I think she's the main character in the show. And no one even knows who she is. You know what I'm saying?
I was about to say, who was she? Is she like some type of assassin or something?
I don't know. I don't know what the story is. I know
she's supposed to be because she's killing Jedi. Like Jedi aren't.
I think, yeah, because they're trying to turn anything in the head. The Sith are the good guys, Jedi or the bad guys. That's why she said it's not about good or evil; it's about power. And I'm like, yeah, that's not Star Wars. Star Wars is classic good versus evil.
It's good. Yeah, I was about to say that. Like that's their bread and butter. That's their bread and butter, man. Star Wars, good versus evil. Like it's just a good old fashioned sci-fi good versus evil.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm just not feeling it. It doesn't like even like the way it looks. Like it doesn't have like an epic look to it. You know what I'm saying? It just looks cheesy. It looks like something made for TV. Although I will say it looks a little better than some of the parts look a little better than certain parts of the Mandalorian. Even especially that last season, Mandalorian looked like straight shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that whole episode with what's her name? Izzo and Jack Black. That was the end for me. I was like, what is this? I was like, I'm done. Star Wars is dead to me. I
still haven't even watched that season yet.
John, don't waste your time. I haven't seen Ahsoka.
The reviews of it were so bad, I didn't even bother watching.
Because they deviated from the Mandalorian.
It's like what the heck. But I think feminists have gotten a hold of Star Wars and they just utterly destroyed it. And we have to.
Are you talking about Kathleen Kennedy?
I mean, the feminists, her. I mean, obviously she's the big dog, but the big bitch. I shouldn't say that. But obviously she's the the one in charge who's going to finalize on everything. And she's bringing in all the feminists, male and female, not just female. And I think they've ruined it. They've ruined it. There's no creativity there. There's nothing there anymore. There's nothing. And then the one guy who seemed like he could kind of bring it back, who was Jon Favreau with the Mandalorian, the first 2 seasons of Mandalorian. They saw how well that was doing. We're supposed to insert ourselves in this and they just destroy that. So there you go. Everybody got to freaking destroy it. It's destroyed. It's dead to me. It's dead to me. So
did you ever watch Ahsoka?
No, I refuse. I refuse.
Yeah, I saw it.
I didn't. I wonder how it went.
Well,
I wonder how it was.
Uncle Dave was a big Star Wars fan, and his Uncle Dave's propensity for mediocrity is much higher than mine. And even he was just like, "Yeah, it's not that great."
Oh man, if he says it's not that good, it must really suck because he likes straight garbage sometimes.
Yeah. So
oh man, what was that vampire movie he had us watch?
Right, yeah, like I mean, just the worst of the worst. Right?
Yeah, it was so bad. Yeah. So and then here's the funny thing is that this trailer. Hold on for a second, guys. That's something is my food.
What about the Book of Boba Fett? Was that any
terrible?
It was terrible too. Yeah, see, like that's another thing too. See, they didn't flood the market with so much stuff. Like, I'll be honest with you, man. My time is limited, so I'm just not. I'm not about to watch all these shows, man. It's too much. Well, I heard Andor was good though.
Andor was very good. I actually watched that.
Yeah, that was definitely Andor was good.
But it's not. It's more. It's not like your traditional Star Wars story. It's more like a spy thriller than anything else.
Right. Hold on. Wasn't they gonna bring what's her name back? That was in the Mandalorian. Isn't she getting her own show?
Who?
I
can't remember.
MMA,
it was the one that
MMA chick.
Yeah, it's the one that they like.
No, remember they fired her
off or something.
Yeah, they fired her.
That's what it was.
She's suing. She's suing Disney right now, or Lucasfilm. Yeah.
Because they fired her.
Yeah, but it was kind of like without cause, because like they accuse her of saying some some stuff about the small hats or whatever. But when you look at it, she wasn't really saying anything. And they said they're trying to make it like she was a transphobe, but it was like not really, like all because she didn't want to put pronouns in her Twitter profile or whatever. And so so what the reason that they gave why they fired her doesn't really add up. So it's like, so she's suing. She was like, you ruined my career. You could have just like let me go and just say, hey, we just part ways.
Right.
And I would have still had a career, but you said all this stuff. It's clearly not true. So, and let's be honest, even if they did the show, they wouldn't have let Jon Favreau do his thing, just like how they didn't really let him do his thing on The Mandalorian, and it would have sucked. So I think she should sue, get her money, or whatever. And we just got to, unfortunately, we just got to charge Star Wars to the game. You got to charge it to the game. It's destroyed. There's no coming back. Maybe in 20 years when we're like old men and people have just completely left the franchise, and there's some young people get a hold of it who've always had really good ideas, and they just like, hey, like, all that shit that Disney did just no longer exists, and they create something new. But as of right now, it's over. It's over. There's no hope in the galaxy. All is lost. Obi-Wan
Kenobi cannot save you.
Yeah, so and then George Lucas sided with the CEO of Disney, so he's betrayed us. He's become, Darth Vader. He's become the Emperor himself. So it's over.
But George Lucas has 3 billion reasons not to talk. Like, what do I care? I got my money.
I mean, but okay, so you went to the dark side. Well, all right, that's fine. He went to the dark side. That's okay. Yeah, I agree. Get it? They gave him billions of dollars for it, and so he can't say anything negative about it.
Right.
And all right, you sold out for the money, but that's okay. I get it. But
he's an old man. He's like, whatever.
Yeah, he's an old man, but at the same time, it's like, well, I just won't support the product anymore. It's just that simple. And I won't be gaslighted, I won't be shamed, and they try to do all that bullshit. You guys don't want to because you're whatever phobic this and it's that, and it's like, well, no, you're not making content that speaks to me, that appeals to me. And I don't even even if you want to have like female leads or whatever, I don't have a problem with that, but make it good.
Just make it good. That's my thing. I don't care. I don't care if it's male or female. Just make it good.
Yeah, it's just not good. I mean, it really makes no sense. Like, why would you? Like, okay, let's, for instance, right? If the black chick is the main character, you barely see her face, right? She's covered up with a ninja mask, but she's supposedly the main character. So the main draw you have in the trailer is Carrie-Anne Moss, who's like a 40-year-old woman. If your core audience,
she is not 40, Ryan. She is not 40.
She is older than 40.
I'm 40. You know what I'm saying? She has to be at least 15, almost
50?
20 years. She has to be at least 15, 20 years older than me.
That's right, because if she's on age with Keanu Reeves, yeah, she's in her 50s. Yeah,
she's probably in her mid 50s.
Yeah, so you're absolutely right. Yeah, so I stand corrected. She's, you got middle-aged men and young men who are probably the biggest Star Wars fans, right? Carrie-Anne Moss is not going to get me excited about, you know what I'm saying?
I know.
And some young black lesbian is not going to get me excited about wanting to go see.
She's a lesbian?
Yeah, because remember the showrunner for the the showrunner for the Star Wars Acolyte show is also lesbian. Her name is what's her name? Leslie Heath. I don't know her name, but she was one of the
writers.
Leslie
Heath.
I think I know.
Yeah, I think I know you're talking about.
She was the personal assistant for Harvey Weinstein.
Yes.
Yeah,
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, that fat chick with
this is her. Yeah.
And then when you see her, like when she's talking, it's like this woman. She's so not Star Wars. You could tell.
Men are bad.
The job for her.
She was doing a self-insert. That show Russian Doll. Like I remember reading up on her. Dang, she's the right. Hold on, she's the writer for what?
She's not the writer. She's the showrunner. So she hires the writers, and she admitted that she hired writers who had never even seen Star Wars. Well, it's just like, you know, when you have someone who's, I mean,
she's the creator. She's the creator of. Oh, she's not one of the writers, though. She just helped.
She made it very clear. She made it very clear that she's going to, you know, put all the queer, transgender identity stuff in. You know, which I get. Creatives do that. They put a little bit of themselves in what they're doing. I don't necessarily have issue with that. My issue is your core fans aren't into that shit. They're not into it. They're not into it. You know what I'm saying? Why hire her? She's the wrong one. She's the wrong person for the job. She's the wrong person for the job. I'm not saying that gay people or transgender people can't write material for the general audience, because they can. That Bo DeMaio guy, he's gay. He was the showrunner for X-Men 97 until they fired him. But he was a showrunner for first season.
Well, why did they fire him?
No one really knows. Disney, I think, is being smart about what after they did with the Gina Carano and not giving specific reasons, because they opened themselves up. But the speculation is that he has OnlyFans, he's gay, and apparently there might be some risque stuff on his OnlyFans.
Oh, okay.
And they're like, okay, that's, you know, this is outside of the Disney brand. You know, what you do in your private life like that, if you publicize it like that,
it's no longer private.
Reflect. That's what everyone's guessing. No one really knows. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, the point is that they've lost sight over what the core audience of Star Wars is. And I'm sorry, it's not women. It's not women. I literally got into a debate with a guy with this. I had to pull out the receipts. So look, here are the actual freaking statistics. They're showing you right here. The vast majority of Star Wars fans are male are male. They're not women. Why are you putting all this estrogen inside the Star Wars brand? It makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? It'd be like hiring the most masculine writers and directors and stuff to direct the Barbie.
Tell them to write Barbie.
Yeah, It makes no sense. There's no sense. They have their own things that they're interested in that they support. And Barbie did like $1 billion. I didn't go watch it because I'm not interested in it.
Right.
But apparently enough people liked it to go on to see it. So just stick with what works, man. It's like, you know, this shouldn't be that complicated. It shouldn't be that complicated. Look, I could have probably written a better Star Wars movie when I was like, you know, in the 10th grade. Yeah, than what they offered us or what they gave us. It shouldn't be this. It shouldn't be this difficult. It really shouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? Like we got some of the worst Star Wars. Like, it's just horrible. They had these huge budgets, but we had this mediocre crap, and it just makes no sense. Yeah.
Like, the only good thing I possibly heard about it is they're gonna have, like, it's gonna be like Palpatine's early story.
I don't care.
That's still a what if.
It doesn't even make any sense because this is hundreds of years before Palpatine. So it would have to be like
Palpatine.
This would have to be like Palpatine's master story or something like that. You know what I'm saying? You know, so I don't know. It's over. We got to charge it to the game. I don't think it's going to bounce back. Because they're not learning their lesson.
Right.
They're not learning their lesson. I mean, even now, I saw recently. I don't know how true it is. I just saw the headline, but they're talking about bringing back Pirates of the Caribbean and making it an all-female cast. I'm like, haven't you guys learned? You know, now I've never been a big Pirates of the Caribbean fan. I haven't, but the main thing that made that series was Johnny Depp.
Right.
I didn't personally like it. I thought it was shit, but a lot of people loved it. You know, and you're gonna do it over again, but just make it off. I mean, it makes no sense. You Yeah. I'm done ranting. If you guys want to move on to the next topic, just let me know.
I'm enjoying the rant. Keep on going, Brian.
It just, to me, it just looks like I said, I haven't really been following Star Wars because it's too much, and my time is limited, and I just don't feel like watching. That. I just don't feel like watching all of them. I still haven't even watched Andor yet, and everyone's talking about how great it is.
I would have to say Andor.
I watched the first two seasons of Mandalorian, but I'll be honest with you, man. After the reboot, or not the reboot, but episodes, what was that, 7, 8, and 9? I was kind of done with Star Wars at that point.
That's what
I was pretty much done then.
That's what I should have been done. Yeah.
It took me forever for me to finally even watch Mandalorian. I just don't care anymore. Whenever they decide to bring Mace Windu back, give me a call. Outside of that, I don't care what they got going on anymore.
But they're gonna destroy that too, though.
They probably will, but I mean, I give it a shot just because it's Mace Windu.
Just like how they destroyed what's the guy's called? No, not Obi-Wan Kenobi.
No, they didn't destroy him. What are you talking about? That show they gave him? No, this show is trash.
They did destroy him, man.
No, I'm talking about Fury, Nick Fury. He destroyed his character.
Nick Fury.
What's that last show called?
Invasion. Yeah. See,
I didn't even bother watching it.
Yeah, same thing with Marvel. I mean, really, after that was Phase 4, but yeah, Phase 4. I think the only thing I really enjoyed watching was I didn't like anything in Phase 4.
Yeah, nothing in Phase 4 that I care for. Nothing. All of it was shit.
Dang. Did I really not like any of their movies in Phase 4?
Nothing.
Nope. As I'm saying, at the end game.
Hold on. I got to look at the. I knew something I liked in Phase 4 of Marvel.
We went and saw Ant-Man together, and I think that was the
kickoff. Shit was trash, dude.
That shit was terrible.
Yeah, that was the end for me for Marvel. I was like, I'm done. I'll be back. I got a paper towel.
With some fancy clown. Hey, John, Carbon, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Damn, what the hell happened to John?
I have no clue.
John leads the chat.
Mm-hmm. To change his eyes. Scale. Yeah, that's right. I want to like this eyes. Full body.
Straight trash. It's looking good, Demetrius.
Thank you.
Back, John?
Thank you.
Yeah.
You can see the disappointment on his face.
Kids. Anyway. But yeah, so I mean, it was the same thing with Marvel. I mean, really after Phase 4, there's a couple of things I liked in Phase 4. Not too much, but really I was done after that. After WandaVision, Moon Knight wasn't too bad. Spider-Man No Way Home was pretty good. Loki season 1 I thought was done well, but after that I didn't really care about any of the other stuff.
I'll be honest with you, none of the series really appealed to me. I couldn't finish any of them. But I'll be honest with you, Marvel's never really done really good with series because I didn't like any of the Netflix series. I had a long debate.
Oh, you didn't like Daredevil?
I didn't.
Daredevil fight
didn't?
scenes are good.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I like Daredevil.
I didn't like
Daredevil. I mean, it wasn't great, but
there was a
it was
scene.
watchable.
There was a scene where his partner, what's his name? Is Foggy? Is that his name?
Yeah, Foggy.
Mm-hmm.
Where he finds out he's Daredevil, and he gets so mad, like he gets upset.
Yeah.
The acting was so bad. I was like, I can't. I can't.
Oh man!
I can't get past that part.
But to be fair, Brian. But to be fair, he was literally the worst part of it. Everyone else was fine. He was the worst part.
John, I couldn't. I just couldn't. I was like, this is just too bad. And Luke, dude, I had a long debate with this guy on YouTube. He was trying
Luke Cage. Oh my god!
Sorry, that show.
It was so bad.
That show was so bad. I don't care what no one said. Only good thing was Cottonmouth, because he kind of grounded it. He kind of grounded it. But after he died, man, downhill. And that second season just got awful. Just got awful. I'm serious. I don't care what no one says. And I had to tell him, I was like, look, what is it with black men and just having bad taste? Because like there was people trying to defend him. There were some people who came to my defense too. Because they were like, look, man, there's nothing you can defend about this.
It's just bad.
Yeah,
it's bad. It's horrible.
He was like, well, explain what you don't like about it. So I started really going in. And one of my main things was just how bad the acting was. He was like, the acting was superb. I was like, if you think that the acting was superb in this show.
You know what? It checks out, though. It checks out. I'm sorry. It checks out. Like, because I remember when I was getting into it. Well, not really getting into it, but me and Jay was talking, China's old brother.
Yeah.
And this was before like all the stuff that happened with Jonathan Majors.
Yeah.
And someone had posted something on Facebook and was saying like this generation's Denzel.
No.
And I just laughed. Like I didn't even put anything on the post yet. I just laughed. And he was just like, John, what's so funny? I was just like, oh, wait, hold on. Y'all serious with this post? I was just like, y'all serious? I was like, bro, ain't none of these actors even touching the old school actors. I was just like, y'all don't even have writers good enough. If they have talent, y'all don't even have the writers that can bring out the talent in the actors that y'all have now.
I'll say this.
If John, so you know what? It checks out. That guy probably did think the acting was good because the bar is set so low now that these guys actually think that these guys are good actors. So
I'll say this. I think Michael B. Jordan. I think he has it. I don't think I wouldn't put him on the same level as someone like Denzel. But most of the things I see him in, I'm usually convinced by his performances. From what I've seen. What I'm saying is, because he's technically how old is Michael B. Jordan?
36.
He's in his 30s. Oh, he's 36.
He's millennial,
right?
But I would, as far as what their generation is seeing on the big screen, I think that he's probably one of the better ones. Because I'm sorry, no offense to Chadwick Boseman, rest in peace. I like the guy.
He was average.
Yeah,
he
but
was an average actor.
I didn't think he was that great. I'm sorry.
And I mean, average at best. Oh man, when I said they was trying to kill me on Facebook. I was just like, look, man. I was just like, I'm sorry. The man ain't that great.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? He's not that great.
I'm about to pull out the blasphemy blaster.
I mean, you can pull out whatever you want. I mean, what I'm saying is the truth. The man wasn't that great.
We will honor the memory of the actor of every black major figure in history.
Look,
I just honored him.
You can honor.
I just honored him.
No, you can honor him. You can
honor. That was a joke.
You can honor
that
him
was a joke.
all day long.
That was a joke.
Me saying that he's an average actor is just the truth. It has nothing to do with dishonoring him or honoring.
When you think about it, Chadwick Boseman was every black major figure of the 1900s in the movies.
And you know what's funny too? Man, I think we went on for hours that night too, because it opened up that can of worms too. Because once I really started going, I was just like, look, and I didn't even really care for Black Panther all that much either. And then they really was just like, oh my God. I was like, look, man.
Best thing about Black Panther was Killmonger.
The movie wasn't that the movie, right? I was like, the movie, I'm sorry, just wasn't that good. I was just like, Black Panther, I thought he was better in Civil War than he was in his own movie.
Yeah.
He was harder. He went harder in someone else's movie than he did in his own movie.
I agree.
I was like, come on, man.
He had
like,
far
come on,
far
man.
more commanding and stuff like that.
Way more commanding.
And I get it. Your hero has to go through his ups and downs. But even when he was on his ups, it didn't feel the same. You know.
I'm sorry, man. Like,
in his
like
defense,
it was the hype. Everyone was so hyped up, and I get it. You know what I'm saying? I feel it.
But
I feel it. But when you go back and watch the movie, you're like, this really wasn't all that impressive.
I didn't bother watching the second one.
Well, the CGI
I haven't either. I haven't either.
You know, the CGI was terrible in the movie.
Thank you. I try to tell them that. They're like, you don't know what you're looking at. You don't like, bro, what are you talking about? Watch the movie. It's just when you stack it up against some of the other Marvel films, I was like, bro, you can't tell me the VFX isn't lacking in this movie.
Yeah.
I was like, just look at it. Look at the textures and stuff. Like, just look. You know what I'm saying? Or even especially the last fight scene when they both had the Black Panther suits. I was like, come on, man. This looks like something that came out in like 2003.
Yeah.
But you can't tell them. But I was just like, whatever, man. Like, y'all can have your actors, but I was like, come on, man. They're not even close to like the legends. I'm sorry, they're just not. And that's not even just the Black actors. They ain't touching some of the white actors from back in the day. I'm sorry. These guys nowadays, man, I'm sorry, they're just not that good. You know, and it could be the writing. I don't know, but they're not that powerful. I'm sorry, Jonathan Majors, Chadwick Boseman, none of them, man. The dude that's going to play Blade, that played in what you call it?
Can you guys hear me?
Marshall Ali or whatever. I'm sorry, I don't think the guy's that good. Yeah, we can hear you, Brian.
Can you guys? Oh, okay. Because you went silent. For me, you went silent there for a second.
Oh, me?
Yeah, that Marshall Ali, and you know that Blade movie having a lot of troubles. Some people saying it may not even get made.
Or they may not put it out. Decided to cancel a lot of the schedule too, man.
They have to because they've just been bombing so often.
They haven't made any money.
Yeah. I'm like, if you're not gonna bring anything new and interesting to the Blade, just leave it alone. Just leave it alone.
I honestly think they need to just focus on the animation for a while and then come back strong with the movies.
That's why I couldn't finish season 3 of True Detective because he starred in it. I couldn't watch it. I'm sorry, the man's just not that great. I'm sorry, not that good. I mean, he didn't do that bad and Leave the World Behind, but even in Leave the World Behind, I'm just not sold on the guy.
Me neither. Sorry. But is he American or is he
He is very not American.
Huh?
He's not American.
Yeah, a lot of these like Black
Marshall Ali. He is an American.
I mean, like, is he a foundational Black American? Like, is his lineage?
Like, is he? Oh, I don't know. I mean, but I'm pretty sure he was born in the States. He was born in like California somewhere.
Oh, okay. Well, because I know a lot of these like British guys, a lot of these African guys come over here to act. A lot of these guys aren't that good either. I'm sorry, not that good. John Boyega, average. What's his name? I know you like Idris Elba, but I'm sorry, he doesn't really.
He's better than some of these guys.
I'm sorry, who's that one guy that plays Baron, the Baron in Doctor Strange? Yeah, he's okay. He's okay. That guy, that short black guy, he played Martin Luther King in Selma. They keep putting him in everything. They made him Bass Reeves. He looks nothing like Bass Reeves. You know what I'm saying? Bass Reeves is this huge guy, like 6'4", 6'5", and they got this guy playing him. It's like, who is this guy? Like, why do you got these like Africans and these British immigrants and stuff playing our roles or whatever? You know what I'm saying? It just makes no sense to me. That's what I like about Michael B. Jordan. Like, he convinces me when I see him and stuff. Like, I believe him. You know what I'm saying? But these other guys, you can tell they're acting like you're not really American. You know. Now there's some people who can pull it off. It's just the guys I've listed. I don't see it. You know, I just don't see it. Like that one guy who played W'Kabi in Black Panther. I think he's actually pretty good. You know what I'm saying? The guy that plays W'Kabi, because he's British too.
Oh, Daniel.
He's actually,
he's actually pretty good. And the big guy that plays the monkey guy in Black Panther, he's okay too sometimes. He comes off a little corny to me. Yeah, but he's okay.
Where's Winston Duke from? Like
he's one of them Brits, one of them British Africans.
Maybe he is African.
Oh, he is not by way from Britain.
No, he's from the islands. He's from Trinidad.
Oh, okay.
I know this much. I can't name a Michael B. Jordan movie I watch or like.
You never watch what is
Matter of
that
fact,
movie?
can you name any Michael B. Jordan movie other than Creed and Black Panther?
Fruitvale
I remember him in The Wire.
Fruitvale Station.
Yeah, Fruitvale Station. Yeah.
He was in that movie where the
that was also directed by the same guy that directed Black Panther.
And he was also in that movie where the
Michael Coogler or whatever it is.
Yeah.
What's that movie where he got powers?
Oh no, Ryan Coogler.
Mm-hmm. Where he got
apparently Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan made a secret film they should be releasing pretty soon about vampires during slavery time. Attacking the clan or something like that.
No, and then they want to do richest man in history. Black man. Mansa Musa.
Oh, okay.
Won't be watching that one.
You're right. Niggas don't know the history.
Hey, it just doesn't interest me. I'm not really into the story like that. What's that thing called? The Woman King? Look at the fuck out of
it. I will say this: she is very good as Amanda Waller.
Yeah, I'm looking at this man's nothing, man. Creed, Without Remorse, Just Mercy. I ain't never heard any movies. Oh, I forgot he was in Fantastic Four.
He was terrible in Fantastic Four. Good thing he did get it.
Everything about Fantastic Four was
terrible.
He
was in I Am Legend.
No, he wasn't in I Am Legend. He's supposed to be. No. They said they're going to do another one.
Please don't.
It says that he's in the first one. I don't know what it says. I don't remember anyone in that movie except for Will Smith, old jokey ass.
I know a lot of people really like that movie, and I just don't understand why.
I Am Legend?
Yeah.
Movie's garbage.
Yeah, straight garbage.
Y'all ain't gonna be talking about Jay the Man.
don't get me wrong. I don't even think Will Smith is all that great, but he does have some good films.
Man,
that ain't one of them. That ain't one of them. I love Men in Black. I love Bad Boys. Well, 1 and 2. I never even watched the third one. Aren't they coming out with the fourth one?
Yeah, and Martin Lawrence looks like a clown in it.
Doesn't he look like a clown in all of them?
Yeah, he was kind of somewhat like he could play the straight man.
I remember they were showing the promotional videos, images of that last one they did, and they just look so what's the word? How would I describe it? They look so. You could tell they just weren't in it. Like they're old men now.
Yeah.
And they were made it to look younger. Martin Lawrence is all fat, and they just looking like
right. They're collecting that check, man.
Yeah, it just did not look. That same energy just was not there. I'm sorry, I didn't even bother watching it. To tell you the truth, I didn't even bother watching it.
They're there to collect that check. I ain't mad at them. Why not? Why not?
Well. I say the only black actor I really, really, really like is Giancarlo Esposito these days and Jeffrey Wright. Those two.
I don't know. Giancarlo Esposito, man, he's been in a lot of stuff, and that shit been kind of mediocre, man. from the last good thing I was like, okay, I like this was Breaking Bad. Everything else that he's been in has been very mediocre. Very mediocre. From what I've seen, anyway, I haven't seen everything he's been in, but a lot of stuff that I've seen, I just haven't really been liking it. His performance and whatever the show is that he's in. Yeah.
Well, he was in The Boys. He was in.
He's playing the same character over and over again. He's playing the same Gus Fring characters, stoic,
yes,
serial killer eyes look or whatever that you don't want to mess with him. I'm not seeing any. Now he's good because I seen him when he was younger. I've seen him.
I know he's been in so many things.
Yeah,
and I didn't know, but he started off his career as a Spike Lee actor.
Yeah, Spike Lee.
Matter of fact,
School Days.
No, he started off as Do the Right Thing. Then it was School Days.
Oh, okay. I thought it was School Days. I didn't know he was in Do the Right Thing.
Yeah, he was bugging out.
All right, guys. So that's
But no, Jeffrey Wright, man, I'm telling everybody to watch American Fiction because that movie had me like.
I do want to see that. That's on my roster to watch.
I mean, I could tell there's going to be scenes in the movie that you won't like, but it'll give you like, since I don't like black cinema at all these days, you'll sit there and like, hell yeah.
All right, let's move on to the next subject, guys. I wanted to talk about X-Men 97. Have you? Oh, before we do that, I want to say one more thing about Star Wars: The Acolyte. It's made history as one of the most ratioed trailers Disney has ever released. Like, it has like 186,000 likes, well, like 500 something thousand dislikes. Yeah. I didn't know either that the reason why they took away the dislike counter, you can still see the dislike thumb, but the counter where you see how many, the reason why that was taken away is because of Disney. Disney somehow convinced YouTube to take it away because so many people were disliking their the media that they've been putting out. But I didn't know Disney had a hand in it. But let's see. The next thing I want to talk about was Marvel. Have you guys seen the trailer? I think we watched it before, right?
Yeah, I've seen it.
X-Men 97. So I won't play it. I won't play the trailer again. We've already shown it before. But I did want to say that I have been watching it. I think you're on episode 3 right now. And I'll just say this. Artistically, I like it. I think they took the art style that they had in the 90s and they were able to maintain the aesthetic while improving it. Because, you know, that old X-Men cartoon really doesn't hold up. It really doesn't, as far as, you know, animation and how it looks. But the new one, I thought they did a good job with the animation and stuff like that, and the character designs and whatnot. And a lot of the episodes are self-contained. So even though they tie in with each other, it's like you can watch that one episode and not necessarily know. Not take that back. There's a couple things you would have to watch this episode before. For the most part, though, they're self-contained stories. And so far, man, I'm really enjoying it. There's some nostalgia there for sure for me because, you know, it was one of my favorite cartoons when I was a kid. But also, I think that kind of it adds some validity to my point because I have a high standard, and I thought it's actually a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I thought I was like, okay, this is going to be trash, and I thought it was going to be some 3D stuff in there. It's actually not. I think it's a merge between puppet animation and 2D animation.
What's the deal with Magneto?
Magneto's actually pretty cool because at the end of the last series, I think Professor Xavier dies.
He didn't die. He got hurt.
He didn't die,
took him out. He went into space. So they took him out into space, and when
Xavier
in left his
will, I'm not taking Testament. The point is that
I'm going to say it. Shut the hell up.
In this series, you shut the fuck up.
I said shut the hell up.
Shut your fucking mouth. Shut your fucking mouth.
No, you shut your fucking mouth. Nigga, hush. Look at them titties. Hey.
but Professor Xavier is dead in this one, and maybe he is still in space and gone. I don't know, but everyone thinks he's dead. So this affects Magneto greatly, and so he tries, and Professor Xavier leaves all of his estate to Magneto, and I think this moves him in a great way. So he tries to live up to what Charles wanted.
G-Flux, what do you think of this hair so far?
I'll be honest with you. Oh, it looks great. Good. The blue hair.
Yeah,
especially now that you added the long pieces in the back, it's coming together.
Oh, she has hair?
I mean, yeah. Do you want to be bald? Like, what the fuck?
Kind of reminds me of.
You don't get it.
Kind of reminds me of Leela from
Futurama.
Yeah, Futurama.
No, I'm talking about. I mean, all that's great, Brian. But I was talking about like his look, like.
Well, they explain that. They explain that in the show. He kind of adopts a new look. I mean, he doesn't explain exactly why he has that costume. That costume is actually from the comics. But
it's called a book called Trial of Magneto.
Yeah, but he gives up the helmet and all that stuff because the reason why he had all that was so that Professor Xavier couldn't.
Right.
So he was like, that's the only reason why I wore it. So I think it's kind of like the stylistic change is kind of supposed to like symbolize his change.
His
so
change.
That's why
Okay.
that's why he looks. He actually looks really cool. Because man, he looks really badass, man. I'm not gonna lie.
I was just wondering because when I first saw the picture, I was just like, "Who the hell is that?"
Yeah.
And then when I started reading, I was like, "That's Magneto." I'm like,
"It was cool." What's cool is like they brought back the original intro. They got the music. They get the original intro animation. They redid all that, so it looks really good. I'm liking it so far. I'm enjoying. The only thing I don't like. Here's the only thing I don't like is I think. Now I could be wrong. Maybe they're just really good friends, but I think they're hinting that Wolverine might be bisexual. It seems that way sometimes. The way him and Morph be kind of a little bit too chummy, in my opinion. But I don't.
No, they did that.
Whatever. It's good enough.
If they did that, I wouldn't have any love for that series at all. But in the comics, he's so close to Morph because he's the only one of the few people that can make him laugh. So that's how it is in the comics. If they sit there and go the whole,
I know there was a shower scene where I was like, I don't know, Wolverine would be really down with you saying something like that. When I was like, I don't know, this was the last episode. I was like, I don't know about that. You saying that, I was like, but this, and even though there's not any like thing in there that's explicitly adult, you could tell this was made for adults. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely for my generation. But so far I'm enjoying it. It's better than I thought it was going to be. I got to give it to Homeboy. I think he really brought it, even though they fired him. So, and one thing that was good about him was he was one of the writers on the Witcher show, and he was the one they fired him on that show because he kind of backed up Henry Cavill and was like, I think we need to stay closer to the source material.
Right.
So a lot of people think that other than maybe the OnlyFans thing, that maybe he got fired because he's adamant about staying true to something, and maybe they want to actually push stuff in it that you see what I'm saying. So he may have gotten fired for that. We don't know, and maybe they'll use the whole OnlyFans thing as an excuse. So we don't know. So far though, I have to say I like it. I'm enjoying it, and as long as they don't make Wolverine gay or whatever, I think I'll continue to enjoy it. And I might even succeed. Even if they did that, I was like, if it's still good stories and good animation, whatever, I can ignore that part of it.
Well, the one thing I do like about it, or one thing that we were discussing, because back in the day, we were all about Wolverine, that dude in this show. Brian made a point clear about Cyclops because that first episode when he came down out the sky.
Yeah, man. Cyclops is the man. Cyclops, I think he gets a bad rap because he's kind of like a Boy Scout, like Captain America and Superman. But that dude, when he wants to get down, like I'm not saying here's what I like about Cyclops. When Hunter, I think I was telling you this, Demetrius, I was talking to you about this the other day. Cyclops is kind of like, remember in My Hero Academia where some people have quirks and their quirks are kind of like kind of lame. But if they work really hard at developing their quirk, they can make it into something really interesting and unique and different and powerful just in their own way. That's to me is what Cyclops is. It's like he's all about training. You know what I'm saying? Train. And he took his little concussive blast and he can do some really cool stuff with that thing. And his athletic ability and stuff like that it's up there. He's not like Captain America level, but his ability to see like geometric shapes and stuff like that and be able to bounce that thing off. He has some extra heightened sense with that or whatever. That's why he can like bounce. Remember in the Marvel vs. Capcom, he's like bouncing around and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's why they do that, because he actually has that ability to kind of like see angles and be able to ricochet and all that stuff like that. But yeah, so far I'm enjoying it. But we can move on to the next subject if you guys are ready.
I'm actually about to get off.
Yeah, I see they blowing up my my
Yeah.
message here. Jesus Christ.
Oh no, yeah, I think that's just Jesse putting Jesse and Jalen. But yeah, I'm about to get off so I can go finish eating dinner.
Okay.
But all right, yeah, I'll talk to y'all soon.
Yeah, talk to you later, man. We'll move on to the next thing here, and that is the House of Ninjas. Have you guys been watching it?
House of Ninjas, we
is,
completed it.
Huh?
I don't know
I
what that
finished
is.
it.
I'm on the episode where I think they realized that the brother. Well, I
finished it.
Yeah. So far, I'm liking it. I've been watching pieces here and there, though. What have you been watching, Carbon?
I mean, I've been watching a ton of stuff on YouTube. To be honest, I haven't been watching like any movies or
Like
anything.
Has Been Hotel.
I mean, yeah, that's already ended already. I mean, see, me and my friends watched that.
I'm happy for some of these independent guys. I'm just not interested in any of the things that they're creating.
I mean, most of them be more close to my generation, your generation, anyway. So.
Yeah, it doesn't really interest me. Has Been Hotel, like what is that? Or that one with the gesture looking thing. Not interesting. Also, I also started watching this one show called Three Body Problem. It's based on like Chinese novelist work. It's pretty good. Like it's kind of starting to bore me a little bit. Conceptually, I like it. I think it's an interesting concept. But
start explaining what the show's about.
Uncle Dave put me on it. Basically, it's about like there's a mathematical equation called the three-body problem, and that's trying to predict the orbits of three celestial bodies that orbit each other. So three bodies orbiting like three suns or something like that. And most of the time, their orbits are they're random. And apparently, there was this alien species that evolved on one of the planets around one of these suns, and they would experience like these drastic weather changes because of the just erratic nature of the nature of the orbits or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But somehow they became really advanced, so advanced to the point where they could go to another dimension and all that shit like that. And they created a supercomputer the size of a planet, and then reduced it to the size of a proton, sends it to Earth, and they're trying to get, I guess, people on Earth to figure out how to solve their three-body problem, something like that. That's the gist of it, I think. Interesting concept. Some of it is kind of like, all right, well, if you're so advanced, well, you can go to another dimension.
Just go to the other damn dimension, shit.
Yeah, like why even stay on the planet? Let's go to another planet. Find a planet that has more stable, whatever, But I don't know. I gotta look more at it. Maybe I'm explaining it wrong, or whatever. But it started boring me a little bit because it's just like sometimes when you have an interesting concept, but you don't have interesting things happening. You know what I'm saying? Or it'd be somewhat interesting, but it's kind of like, all right, like for instance, like this is one chick, because I'm only like on episode 3, but there's one chick, or people are seeing like this countdown, right? They're seeing this countdown in their eyes, and they think they're going crazy. And once the countdown ends, you die, right? Unless you do something specific or something like that. And I guess that's interesting, but it's like the way it's executed. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not that impressed with it yet. But so far it's okay. I'll probably finish it just to kind of see where it's going. But just like every other series I'm watching, I take my time. I don't sit there and try to watch. I watch one, go watch something else somewhere else. And then half the time I'm watching this, I'm damn near about to fall asleep anyway. So I don't really have time to watch the full thing. That's why I haven't finished House of Ninja yet.
Well, that's probably the whole reason why I can't pay attention to Ninja Kamui. Well, one of the reasons why is it's just subtitled.
I thought they had an English version of Ninja. I thought I was watching the English version. I could be wrong.
No, not on. I could be wrong.
Yeah, that's another one I have to get back to. I haven't finished it yet.
Well, I was trying to talk to you about it yesterday, and only problem I'm having with it now is their CGI. They started doing that. As good the 2D animation is, they're starting to do that clunky looking CGI.
Oh man!
But other than that, the show's still good. Like visually, I still don't know what's going on because I'm trying to decipher and watch at the same time. But it looks like it's a classic revenge tale to me.
The last thing I want to talk about was two other things. It was Roadhouse and Ghostbusters. Yeah, Ghostbusters.
This ain't Ghostbusters.
We're actually going to see. For real, I've heard mixed things. Like some people didn't like it, some people thought it was okay. But we're supposed to go see that tomorrow. I don't know if you want to come with us, Demetrius.
What time?
It'll be in the evening, 6, 7, something like that.
I thought you worked.
Not tomorrow, Sunday. I'm sorry.
It all depends on the time, brother.
Yeah, it'd be like an evening time.
All right, y'all. Let's see. I'm gonna start trying out these colors.
You finished inking it?
Well, yeah, that's a good thing to see. If it, yep. But magic tool, where are you?
Dang, boy, they blowing up my messages right over here. What is this thing?
Oh. Oh.
Like I said, I actually been recording most of me making this, or the couple of sculpts and characters I'm making. So I'll make that a YouTube video too at some point. G-Flux.
We've been using to record it.
OBS.
Oh, okay.
I'm actually recording right now, actually.
Yeah, so you've been like doing it in steps.
Yeah. I would record me sculpting and me modeling, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I got most recorded. A couple parts are in there, but I recorded most of it so far. And then I can always edit it down later because it's a good couple hours. I read topology, man.
You can speed it up though, right? You like speed it up.
Yeah, I can speed those things. I read topology, man. I was struggling with topology today. I don't know, man. I was struggling trying to join the feet. So I spent like an hour, man, trying to put the and join the feet together, man. That took like an hour, bro. I was struggling with that, man. I mean, overall, the topology looks good enough, I'm gonna subdivide it whenever if I was to turn a subdivision off, it is not horrible, it's
yeah.
I managed to keep most of the detail in the low poly,
Yeah, that's
which
good.
I need to make like a low poly version. I can easily make a low poly version. I'll probably rig this verse, so just in case I need a low poly version, I have one already made because the low poly is only like what, like 2,000 faces. That's pretty good.
Are you gonna give her an outfit?
Yeah. I say I'm gonna give her clothing. Yeah. Right now I'm just focusing just on the character, but I'll give her clothes in the future.
Oh. Okay. I gotta go through the thing and see where it's not connecting.
Forgot to tell John that I bought the Helldivers game, but I haven't played it yet.
Oh, yeah, I still gotta buy it. Yeah. Hey, when do you want to play it? I'll make sure to buy it before you play it.
I'll probably buy it on Sunday, but it has to be crossplay.
Why are you on PS5?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, G-Fox, when do you want to play it?
I don't know, because I haven't played it, so I was gonna wait till you guys kind of tell me when you guys want to do it. I should probably play a little bit and kind of get used to the game.
Yeah, it is a tutorial, yeah.
But as far as like pop culture right now, or an overall thing that like drive my interest, there's not that much out there. Because that's what this podcast is pretty much about. We can talk about all the things that usually drive our interest, but there's nothing like, oh wow, that's pretty good. There's nothing that I can't miss a week of.
Yeah. Yeah, I can always go back to it. There's nothing that's like, oh man, this is so good, I can't miss it, or I gotta see it as soon as it comes out or whatever. Yeah. I'm kind of waiting for what's that one show called? I do want to see the third season of Yellow Jackets, even though I didn't think the second season was that good. I just want to see where they're going to take it. And I am kind of anticipating From the show From.
Well, the reason why I'm anticipating that because that last episode kind of threw me for a loop. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, me too, actually. Yeah.
Like, she escaped, yet everybody else is still there.
Yeah, she don't got no way of getting back.
Well, that we know of.
Yeah. Everyone's probably going to think that she's dead.
Yeah. All right, let's try the magic tool again. Okay, cool. Here. All right, Ryan, what do you think about this green for his pants?
I don't like it.
I'm not feeling it either. Let's see.
I think green should be more of the accent color, and then purple be like the main color. Purple and was it white? Yeah.
It's more of a blue. What you think?
It's more of a violet. I mean, he's a villain. Shouldn't it be like a dark purple or something?
Garvin?
What?
You're doing color.
I'm not the best at color theory, to be honest with you. I usually just play around with colors so I find something I like me personally. Or I just go on that one website and kind of just pick a color scheme out of that.
Mm-hmm.
And Thomas still ain't responded, man. What the world?
Man. Hey, Brian, are we still recording? Or are we talking now?
No, we're still recording.
We can stop recording, man.
Huh?
We can stop recording. We're not talking about the same thing anymore.
If I stop recording, I'm going going to bed.
What time do you work tomorrow?
I'm not gonna be to work until late, but still, I mean.
All right. Well, what do you think about the gold bracers?
The what?
Legs. Gold
That's
bracers.
gold? That looks green,
well,
dude.
I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna color it so it looks gold, but
yeah, it doesn't look gold. It doesn't look gold at all.
When I color it and do the details, it's gonna look gold.
All right.
I've
never seen anybody use green as a gold for their base for gold, unless there's some kind of like green light or something.
I'm gonna go take it to a yellow.
Usually people use brown. Orangey brown color.
Let's see.
No, they should be more expressive, I guess, with the colors.
Well, you gotta do some work to make it look metallic.
That's the one benefit of 3D right there.
Not all of us a 3D artist, Carmen.
Dang, this thing be lagging when I'm on the stream.
Let's talk about that damn bridge. I know we talked about pop culture, but that damn bridge going down, they said them people got to get paid from that company.
And they should. Shit.
Right, they should. Man. Like the whole bridge comes down on my family member. The whole entire bridge.
Have they confirmed the deaths?
Yeah, there's like 6 or 7 people dead. Like, but yeah, I think
it's like what would you do? Yeah, it's like what would you do? I mean, because that's a pretty far drop.
The drop would have killed him if the impact with the bridge didn't.
I don't think so. I don't think the drop would have killed him. I'm pretty sure they probably
injured?
You think so? Because if they're in the car is going to take most of the impact when it hits the water.
No, I'm talking about the workers that were on top of the bridge.
Oh, they were working. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, okay. Yeah, they're gone. I was talking about more the people in the cars. I didn't realize there were people on the bridge working.
Man,
that sucks.
Yeah, there's like 5 workers there or something like that.
5 or 6.
So the people in the cars, they were able to be saved.
I think some of them were, but I still think there was.
I don't know. I'm not going to sit there and lie to you and say otherwise. I will not lie to you and say otherwise. All I know is this: they about to get paid.
And they should, man. Like,
it's not all about money. I mean, their family members literally died. I mean,
I'm not saying that money is a fair compensation for a life. But it tends to soften the blow for most people.
Well, the person that's dead doesn't like that. They're like, man, they're out here rolling their grave. Like, I don't get nothing. All I did was die, and you get money from that, bro.
They don't like nothing because they dead.
That's why they roll in their grave. Like, you know,
they dead. What are you talking about?
I don't
Yeah.
get nothing. I don't get no kind of reward. I just die and don't get nothing for it.
How a dead person gonna get something? They dead.
You bury that money with them. Yeah, you gonna bring that money with me. Yeah.
Yeah, ain't gonna do
like,
anything.
That, but hey,
the money ain't gonna do no good in the grave. Ain't gonna do no.
No damn. All the money gonna do is give you a nice funeral.
You can't take it with.
All that money gonna do is give you a nice funeral.
Oh, did y'all guys see? Did you see the was it Good Times?
That shit was terrible. Me and you were talking about it yesterday.
Yeah, I was like, come on, man, come on. I see you saying, man. There's a lot of black media, man. I can't get into these days.
It's just terrible, man, all around.
Yeah. Damn, this thing is laggy.
I just can't get into it. Damn it.
I talked to Mike last night.
Yeah, Mike. I saw Mike join the group.
Yeah. I told him I would send him the link to the Discord.
This.
How many more anger management classes do you have left?
One. Notice I noticed I've been a lot calmer than I usually am.
Well, that's good.
Carbon, they haven't done anything. All we do is talk shit about traffic.
Oh, traffic is pretty annoying, so I understand.
I don't know me. I don't know no way. Shit, people annoying me, but I understand where you're coming from, man.
You guys ever heard of a phenomenon called sonoluminescence?
What is that?
I'm sure you're gonna tell us about it.
Basically, I can show you better than I can share my screen here. Sonoluminescence. Star in a jar.
What the hell am I looking at?
Yeah, you might share your screen, dude. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm not sharing it yet. Yeah, well, let me share it. Present. Share screen. You guys see that?
Yeah, look, wow, drop of water.
Yeah, now watch this. Did y'all see that?
Yeah, like
the
flash,
flash?
like yeah.
Yeah. See it?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, that's water, but that's an air bubble in water. And what they do is they create a sound frequency. It's a certain frequency of sound that they emit through the glass and into the water. And I think it has to be the same resonance as the glass or something like that. But anyway, the sound frequency, what it does, it expands the bubble, the air, first, and then it collapses it really, really fast to the point where it creates a spark of light, and no one knows why it does it. And I was like, clearly there's a lot of energy, because they say like the temperature of that gas increases like a godly amount, and that's what I think that's probably where you're getting the light from. But they were showing where this happens, and they'll put like foil down, and it'll create these holes in the foil. And I'm like, you know what? If you could get a lot of these bubbles to do that at once, could you move a piston with that? Because if you could you have a car that just runs completely on water?
Yeah, and you have a dead person that finds out that theory. You remember the other guy? Yeah, you could do it. Not on Chrysler's watch.
Yeah, it says a cavitating bubble is illuminated with a floodlight that is shining directly into the camera. Nevertheless, the flash of some luminescence is easily seen as a bubble reaches its minimum radius. Sonoluminescence. Stuff like this, I wish I was smart enough and had the money and time just to play around with. But it is interesting because you start thinking about some of the theories of singularities and stuff like that, and gravity and space collapsing down in on itself in the Big Bang. And it's like, are we seeing a small example of something like that? Right here it says the mystery is solved. Star in a jar is 4D energy. No, that sounds like some bullshit. Sonoluminescence. Plus, I just like how it sounds. This one guy, I think he did he recreated the experiment, and he looked at a German paper. I think that
sonoluminescence
that was doing it, but it was like you had to buy these materials. It was hard for regular people to get. So he was like, it shouldn't be this complicated. So he figured out an easier way to get the results. Oh, look at that. I'm gonna go back to that.
Now he's dead.
Really
I was
right here.
transfixed to look at this spherical flask of fluid, and you'd look into the center, and in the center see a glowing blue-purple light, which could be seen with the unaided eye. It looked like a star in the heavens.
Has anybody seen the new Aliens trailer?
Gentleman called it.
No.
What was it?
Has anybody seen the new Aliens trailer?
You see the new Alien show?
Trailer.
Oh yeah, I saw the trailer. I mean, it's nothing new. It's like I was bored. I was like, all right, whatever. Another female protagonist in the Alien film and shit. I think it's supposed to be her daughter, right?
No.
I didn't care.
Yeah.
I was like, whatever. You're not really bringing anything new to the table, and then so I just don't care. Back to sonoluminescence.
The star in a jar, a tiny spot of bright light contained in a flask of liquid. This star in a jar is made when a sound wave is passed through a small bubble inside a flask of liquid. And this sound wave makes the bubble do something remarkable. First it expands, then it collapses. And this collapse happens so violently that vapor molecules trapped inside the bubble slam together and heat up so much that the bubble gives off an incredible burst of heat and light, several thousand times a second, giving the appearance of a star. What made the phenomenon so exciting was the temperature of this star in a jar. On its surface alone, the light burns at tens of thousands of degrees. And Seth Butterman now contemplated a tantalizing possibility. Could the core of the collapsing bubble be even hotter? Hot enough for fusion?
One of the mysteries of sonoluminescence is to determine exactly how hot the interior of the bubble gets. In the sun, the interior can be millions of degrees, hot enough to cause fusion. And the thought crossed my mind that perhaps inside the collapsing bubble, the interior of the bubble might also get hot enough to cause fusion.
If so, this would be something truly amazing. By simply bombarding tiny bubbles with sound waves, temperatures of over 10 million degrees would be created. And nuclear fusion, the same reaction that powers the sun, would be happening almost effortlessly here on Earth.
It would be interesting if they somehow
lost control of it and destroyed
inject like a little piece of iron or something inside the bubble, if that's possible, and then do the sound waves or whatever, and see if they can make it collapse in on that piece of iron and see if they can like incinerate it or something like that. Yeah, it's interesting. I'm trying to remember where I had come across this. Yeah. All right, the next thing we're going to look at is what's the name of your YouTube channel, Carbon?
It should just be called Wooden Mix Studios. You know, I'm probably gonna change the name of my YouTube channel at some point. Except my Instagram though. You might not find it though because it's a new channel. Search by channels. Go up and search by filter. Go to filters. Go to filters. You can search just by channels. Yeah, go to type and channel. Type channel. Why is your thing not working? What the world's wrong with your thing?
This shit's taking forever. What's going on?
Oh, it's not me. No, like I told you, my channel doesn't have any subscribers or anything right now. And it's a new channel.
Am I spelling Void Mick right? VOID MICK.
Get rid of the C.
Oh. There you are. Hey, you got 30 views on it
for 5 years now, and I think it's time to recap it. You know, after high school, I went straight to college, and we had a couple assignments. Since this work is so old, it's not necessarily documented the best.
Yeah, my first year is documented pretty trash.
Originally started off making a robot. You know, like basic shapes and primitives, and the goal was to kind of rig it and make like a basic animation out of it.
Yeah, I don't want to listen. I had to freaking listen to this thing so many times, bro.
Was to make like a little room out of different furniture, that kind of stuff. This was like a basic room. And then most of this other work will just be personal work.
Yeah, like I said, you could just speed it through if you want to, because it's like a 20, close to 30-minute video. You know, even I edited it down, so I'm talking through most of it compared to before. It was like
what happened to the audio?
I don't talk through every second. I just show off some stuff.
Man, you need to put some music in it. Yeah, that's boring. You put some music in there.
It's too late for that. It's already uploaded. It's too late.
After my first semester, I was feeling pretty confident, and there's a lot of
I'll
stuff
make
I don't know yet.
a shorter
I didn't know how to
version at
combine
some
the parts
point,
of a character.
I don't feel like doing that right
kind
now.
of make a character,
I will
but
do that.
I didn't know
tomorrow
topology
if I
at
have
all.
time.
So when it came time to combine all together, I'm like, how do I do this? So next I try to get into sculpting, which I didn't learn human anatomy. So that doesn't go that well either. And so next I started doing, since I have access to a ton of programs, I started learning Marvelous Designer, and I started using programs like Viewer and that kind of stuff. Because another thing with Blender too is you have to kind of learn the technical skills too, which I mean I guess.
Okay, all right, Carmen. So, are you writing a script? Or you
I didn't
just
write no kind of
off the?
script.
Oh, I can tell. I can tell. Write a script, man. Write a script because you're rambling. You're rambling because I think it's a cool thing to see your progress, but you still got to work on the editing part of it. Like, have a script. Don't just you're jumping from one thing to the other. And then if you're gonna have long scenes where you're not talking, at least have some music or whatever.
So what I really spent my first year doing is really just learning the technical
Yeah, I'm
skills.
about to say
So
it
I'll be
gets
dividing
better
these
as it
parts into
gets to the
3
other years. I
parts.
explain in more detail that kind of
I'll
stuff.
be
This is the
dividing
first
it
year. I
for
didn't
my
know what to
hard
say.
work,
By
my
working
personal work,
document the
and my big
best.
projects.
I don't know what my thought process was in
So
2019.
starting off, we'll start off with the first character I made for class. We had to come up with a character, and I wanted to make a character for one of the stories I'm working on. This character's name is Elk. A little bit about him. He's kind of like this rabbit ferret character, and he can kind of like crouch up into like a bush. That's a part of his species or whatever. They hide with the bushes, and attack predators or something crazy like that. And they also have these holes in their body which they can control sound with them as wind blows through them. That's just a little about the character, and I'll just let these pictures play through and whatnot. But it was the first character I made, and I was also using Maya. Also, I did have help from another artist. I'll make sure to link him in
Yeah,
here.
I want to say because you technically did help
Some
me
of
with
the
some of the art, so
concepts.
you're linked down in
This
there.
next part, some of
even
the
though
animations
I can't
I
ever
made
link
for college.
properly
I
because
also
links
played
don't
some
work.
of it has sound.
Right there. That was so abrupt.
Yeah, that kind of came out of nowhere, dude.
Yeah, that was so abrupt. Like, you got to work on your editing. Yeah. So for your shorter version, try to work on your editing and write a little script.
Are we talking about anything else tonight?
This is gonna be the last thing I wanted to show. Kind of give some feedback on this thing.
Good work, Carbon. I'm working on the hater, and I gotta decide some things to hate.
What now?
I'm about to be out. I said, good work, Carbon. Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. Catch you later, man.
Yep. All right. Get out of here. That's kind of very abrupt.
Yeah, the audio. Yeah, the audio.
Audio jumps around. Yeah.
And what's Fonzie like? Come on, yo.
Yeah, all this was still done in Maya, and the next part will be some of the drawing stuff I did. It's not the best. I'm really not a 2D
drawing
artist,
is
but I'll show it
trash.
either way. This is actually another character I was working on for my story too. Actually, both of these drawings are drawings I worked on for my story. So this part here will be some of my personal work. It's just some of the random sculpting and some of the random modeling and drawing, that kind of stuff. I managed to actually make one good sculpt. It'd be like a sculpture of man. That was the only good one I managed to make that entire year. Everything else was pretty bad.
Cool thing is that you're really showing your progress. So
I mean, I was being honest. Most of my work here was not the best. I still don't know how I even sculpted it. I don't even know. I don't know.
So this part was my first big project I attempted to do and that's a part of the Jeltronics series. And Jeltronics is basically where there's like a character and a musical instrument in the background, and that was the main two requirements you have to add to it. And the rest was kind of my idea. I did use some tutorials like the wireframe background. I'll definitely link that guy in there. I definitely had some help, with the image of this bike. I can't draw like that. All the 3D stuff I made, but I used tutorials for some things, like making the background, that kind of stuff. And you'll definitely notice, as you'll see some of the concepts, there's definitely some differences between the final render and before. You're like, where'd her hair go? Back in the day, I didn't know nothing about hair. Let alone me. She's like a V-Roy character. It was like a character just taken already pre-made. I definitely, as you've seen before, not confident with my character making ability. So
Yeah, you've gotten a lot
And I
better
still
with
made things
modeling.
like the stereo, like our clothing, the bike, those kind of things.
Yeah, because I
You know,
recorded some stuff at different
the
points. My
clickers
mic changed. I
also.
was like, because you gotta remember, I don't have the best mic because
Like
that
this is
thing
my
droops
first time
down.
making a big
I'm
animation
two feet
because I did
behind the
simple
mic.
things like just a character, but like a lot is moving in this scene, and it was definitely pretty hard for me. So this was the best I could do at the time, and let's move into next year. All right, so starting for the next year, it would be 2021, and COVID hit, so we was out of school, or technically we was still doing school, it was just online classes. But before that, me and my classmates attempted to do like a little small project, which it didn't really go anywhere, but I'll show what happened. We wanted to do something that was relevant at the time, which was Fall Guys, and we started to make a little project based off of that, but we kind of canceled it, right before school started up again.
I wish you guys would have
And I'll
finished
just
it.
show what we made because I remember I made the character and I made a couple other things, and I'll make sure to link my classmates down in the bio because they did a good bit too. So. Yeah, I would say we didn't get this far on that project. We really didn't. All right, so this next part would be when I started learning how to use Unreal. It was supposed to be like a game level, but I kind of wanted to make some stuff for my story, so I started trying to make one of the scenes, you could say, or one of the main places, kind of like a pub slash kind of restaurant kind of place. As far as the game goes, it's pretty bad. The textures are pretty trash. Uh, I did what I could for the time limit we had, but yeah, I got something playable, I guess. It's quite bad, but I passed the class. That's what matters, right? All right, so next up, I'll be showing some of my After Effects and Premiere Pro editing, that kind of stuff. I'll show a little bit of what I did for those two classes because I did do
Yeah, it's
that.
probably like another audio
I
spike.
also did do Photoshop, but all my Photoshop files are corrupted, so I don't know if you need anything about that. Alright, so this first part was
Yeah, stuff like abrupt
final
cuts.
class, time for like the animation course or whatever. It's supposed to be all of us coming together, kind of make this group animation. And because COVID hit, there was only like technically 5 people in the class, but it was mainly 3. But I made the character, and then I made the classroom, and then my classes help out with a lot of the rest of stuff. You'll see the storyboard with one of my other classes. I'll make sure to link him. But yeah, I mainly made the classroom that you see in here, and I made the character at the beginning. I modeled the character. I didn't do the drawing. That's one of my other classes did that too. And we were not able to actually finish this either. Yeah, I don't remember a whole
Yeah,
lot
that
about the
COVID,
story.
that COVID fucked y'all up.
Yeah,
kind of made
most of everything.
it was kind of based because as we were dealing with classes with COVID and everything, online classes, we kind of made it based off of that. So it's kind of like the character thinks she's going to school, but in reality, she's not ever at school. She's at home. But you'll see through this like little storyboard, you know. And the class was actually based off our actual classroom we had at the college, Like even the 3D models before this.
So who did the storyboard? Storyboard's pretty good.
Yeah, Cole did that.
Yeah, as things
I actually
start
talked to him
she starts
yesterday.
to notice things are just glitching out and just looking wrong. It's just something's off, So she gets very confused and starts to look close to the screen and it starts to distort more. And that's basically what you're seeing here. And basically, all the people begin to become like the default guy, just the guy with like the floating head or whatever, like the default profile picture. And yeah, and then she just wakes up in her room and then she's like, "I've been home the entire time."
Yeah, I don't remember what we think we made that story. I have no clue.
So at this point,
Don't
I
even
started
ask
drawing
me.
a lot more too. So you'll see some of the drawing stuff I did. I'll set that playthrough real quick.
Got some Star Wars characters. That's pretty good.
I mean, I did like a lot of sketching, so that's that time. I probably should have kept doing it this time because I got okay at it.
Yeah.
I should have kept drawing then.
I'll say, of course, I started modeling and sculpting. My modeling was still not the best at this point, and the same at my sculpting. But at least I was able to start designing my own characters, start modeling off of it, and it's like more sculpt. And this sculpt is really bad. I guess I thought it was good at the time, but This anatomy is jacked up. And then I was following tutorials, of course, you know, which I actually used as a base mesh for something you'll see later on in this video. Yeah, I mounted like a set of armor, that kind of stuff. Yeah, these are just random head sculpts I did throughout the year, I guess. So everything you're gonna see at this part was all the stuff I made for my X portfolio class. You know, it's the class, our final class we do before we can graduate college. You know, you put your best work in there and you make a demo out of it. I'll just show the clips. I won't really show the whole demo reel, but you'll see a couple of videos like turnarounds, that kind of stuff in here. It was just some of the work I made for basically my last year before I graduated. Oh yeah, in a minute you're gonna see a dragon. Okay, and this dragon was a challenge by my professor. He challenged me and wanted to make this dragon. I spent a lot of time on the dragon. I spent a lot of time on the effects. I'm not really good at effects. That's definitely my weakness. I would say I sculpted and retopologized them, but overall it was definitely one of the funner projects I did throughout my college time. So this next piece was my second Jeltronics piece. It includes a record player. And you'll see the character is going to have this cool effect where she appears out of like nowhere. That effect was a really hard effect to make, and I made it in the worst way possible. I used a boolean. Probably don't know what that is, but it's basically where you slice into another object, and I should have done that with a high poly model. Like that effect right there. That was all done in Blender. It wasn't done in After Effects. Everything you see was done in Blender. I should have done more After Effects stuff, but I wanted to do everything in Blender, which was a bad idea. But hey, it came all together, you know? This was definitely one of the hardest projects I did up to this point. And thinking back to it, it's definitely just one of the hardest ones I've
ever done. One of your better looking ones too, though.
Because actually in the demo reel version, I had to cut that whole part out because I didn't want to even finish that part in the demo reel version. I just got just a record and they're just spinning for my demo reel version. Alright, so starting off for the next year, I wanted to make that room you saw all the way back at the beginning. It's like supposed to be kind of like a laboratory here, you know, which I didn't actually finish this project, but I got a lot of work done on it. And it's just me modeling all the different assets, tables, jars, all that different stuff. And then I started to model the character. This will be showing some of the parts I did to builds or whatever. And I also tried to learn toon shading during this, which was pretty hard. And in the end, you'll see it didn't turn out the best. But overall, up to this point, this is definitely one of the best characters I made so far. So the character looked pretty good. It's just I didn't really know how to do toon shading, so it kind of ruins the whole character. But overall, the character came out decently, I would say. I'll just say I was doing all like the normal editing and that kind of stuff. That's rough, man. And there should be a
I like how
I did like some basic walk. It's not the best, but you know you'll see how rough the toon shading.
Also, when they had a toon shading, that toon shading was rough, man.
Yeah, pretty bad. Yeah. It was like another piece in the scene. So it was this kind of like furnace thing.
Yeah, you gotta add some music.
And then these next two characters are actually for another kind of canceled part. It was for Jeltronics.
The thing's already uploaded, Brian. Was that music? Now it's already uploaded.
I did
hey, what do you mean?
Well, when you do your short, shorter version, definitely.
I was gonna have this crazy like road idea. It's similar to like my bike when I did in the first part. I kind of wanted to remaster that and make it a lot more dynamic.
I like that one.
But you know, things happen. At least the character got finished. Maybe like a little turnaround here.
Yeah, the way the audio cuts off like that.
What am I supposed to do? I mean, I had to chop it up because I was talking. I talked.
Well, that's why you need to have some music or something.
This was 40 minutes at one point. I cut it down to this much.
The what do you call it? her body, like her anatomy and everything, it looks really good on this one.
But remember, by this point, I've gotten a lot better, man.
And the toon shading actually looks pretty good on
That's
this.
not toon shading. It's just me painting textures. This is kind of what I meant, kind of almost like a roller coaster, like something super crazy. Besides the dress is the only thing that has shading. Everything else, I painted the text. And I also bought some tutorials off of Udemy. They definitely changed the way I sculpted in Blender, which I'll show some of that. And I also started learning 3D printing too, which I'll show a little bit of that too. Yeah, I'm not the best at 3D printing, but you know, I tried. But yeah, my sculpting definitely improved a lot from the Udemy courses. I'll make sure to link the two of them, the two I used. But I improved a lot from using their tutorials. So this is actually my third Jeltronics piece, which I had definitely a good bit of help. I used some tutorials for like the background, that kind of stuff. I made the character and all the modeling and stuff. Yeah, I forgot to credit Derry for this one. Actually, I forgot about that. I forgot.
Yeah, definitely had him as a credit in there.
What? I don't even know his social media, man.
I think Derry's on Facebook. So like Hyper King or just put Derry's fan, I think.
Yeah, I forgot to credit him for that part.
Yeah, definitely give him credit.
And this is actually another one of my Jeltronics pieces. I want to say something really stupid here because I do put the Daver, and I say I'm not gonna put it, but I do. I won't put that in here.
You put the what?
But you'll see. Yeah. I say originally we actually had other ideas too to kind of make the lights blink with the music, but that didn't work out too well. So you just see the lights slowly blinking on the boombox. Yeah, because originally I said I wasn't gonna add the day version. I just show a picture of this, and I was like,
"Oh, okay, yeah."
But at this point, I'm not re-editing this. This is how it's gonna be. Like, it's my first video. Okay, I haven't touched Premiere Pro since college. 2 years, man. So I mean, you gotta give me a break, okay? I haven't literally edited in 2 years. Yeah, this one's definitely a fun project too. This was my first.
This was a good one right here.
It was when I could not find the original Fire, but I could not find it. I was like, where is this thing? And I'm not about to render this thing, so I just went on YouTube. Yeah, it was my first time making a car. I honestly had to polish that car. It's pretty bad, but I mean, at least it looks good. I guess that's what mattered for this project. So I guess I accomplished the goal with that. You know.
Yeah, your audio is lower on this
kind of do like
part.
the, wireframe road like I did with the first bike and whatnot. You know, overall, this one came out pretty good. It's definitely one of my
this one was cool.
All the artwork I made. Yeah, I'll try to fix. Because the thing is, my mic, like, if I like go away for a minute and come back, right? Because I have that droopy mic, it's always in different positions, right? So I can't have a consistent.
Yeah, well, you get a new headset. I couldn't use that thing no more,
so
dude.
Starting off with this elf character. I gotta spin.
Well, when you talk, why didn't you just hold it to your mouth when you were talking?
Working on.
Yeah.
I was about to say I'll probably get back doing that at some point. Just buy like a mic. That's why I might just buy some actual mic. To be honest,
yeah.
I'm making YouTube anyway. Might as well buy a proper mic.
No, I agree.
Yeah. You know. I say here she is with her armor. I never got to texture it. Yeah, the last year, I put everything I made. I did like a lot of characters in this part, so this part is like the literal longest. Because I have the most documentations where I literally made it last year. Some of the other stuff I lost. So I'll make sure.
You can really see your progress in this year, though. I mean, you saw a little bit in last year, but this year you really see it. But I mean, I started sculpting a lot more. You know, like I'm at a point where I sculpt weekly, near daily at this point. You know, it's kind of just a part of my habits now. You know, so that definitely helped out a lot. Hey, this was a character I made for a VR chat competition, which I lost. Yeah, I didn't like this one as much. It's my least favorite one. But I mean, at least I got it done. I didn't necessarily have the best console. I just took. And now I'm gonna say I did make the best console for this character. Yeah, this was like something more like your first year of work. Definitely got a lot better this year. And the same with my anatomy, as you already saw. Started getting back to using Marvelous Designer. I used a good bit of that last year. And I definitely learned a lot more about the program too. Yeah, it was pretty fun playing around Marvel Zone. I gotta start getting back on that program. We have the clothing. But yeah, after the last competition, I was definitely unsatisfied. So I definitely made it like another character.
And I would have said I would learn more about the toggles and stuff. I'll show off some of the toggles in a minute. It was basic stuff like clothing, that kind of stuff. But
So this is in game right here.
Yeah, it's not gonna be on for long.
It's pretty cool
I
though.
edited that down.
I like the sparkly
And
look
then I'll
on the
have like
dress.
another clip in a minute that shows like the physics and that kind of stuff. Yeah, but this is really my first time playing around with Unity shaders, so it was definitely.
So how are you able to map your character?
That's my last project I did, like the old one. I didn't.
Is there like a basic bone setup?
Yeah, Unity has a universal rig, right? So you can convert all your bones into universal Unity rig. Unity has like basic right arm, basic right leg. You convert all your bones, right? I would say all my leg bones. All these left leg bones equal this leg bone, or this left leg bone, right?
And then imports
Unity
into
and Unreal has a universal universal rig that you convert your rig to when you put it in there, right?
And that imports into VR chat.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, it's like you can do it for any game that runs in it's built on Unity, right? And you can use the default Unity rig, and it's the same thing even with Unreal, right? They have their own default rigs. It's how you can import so many of the same characters in the same rig, right? That's how they do that.
What if you have like a character like an animal, like what if you're a horse or something?
No, I'd be a different rig at that point. But it's like for human characters, they have universal rigs, right?
I got you. Okay.
If they're animals, they have to start having other leg bones. Then you got to use the other rig set or whatever.
I'm gonna go ahead and keep playing here.
Shaders that much? I'm about to say it's like that poly tune shader, whatever. So I really tried playing around with that to see what it could do. So, and this is another character I made for a random Discord competition. But I ended up actually liking this character, so I actually put this one in VR chat too. So this is actually the third character
that arm
exactly put in there, which I ended up getting. Your hands are like jacked up, Everything went pretty good until I added the gun, and that completely broke all my toggles. And yeah,
wonder why.
I kind of quit working on that project. I don't remember. I showed you a picture of what happened, and I was like, I don't know. I quit working on it. I was like, I got so far into making this thing that I was like, you would have to start all the way over. And you gotta remember, I'm not the best at Unity, right? So by the time I got to that point, I was like, I'm not doing this over, man. It's functional, right? It functions in the game. It's not perfect. As far as 3D models go, I never attempted at this point.
This one looks good.
So
I thought this one right here looked really good.
Make some fan art, and the first character is Philip from Skullgirls. And the model came out pretty well. I mean,
it came out good.
It's a little bit odd in some places, but overall, it came out pretty good.
Yeah, the final result, even though some of the anatomy is a little funky, the final result came out really good. I thought with those textures and stuff.
And then the second character is Agnes from Bravely Default. Yeah, I was like, I put that same picture, and I was like, and also for all the clothes I've been using purpose to show my work.
Yeah, see this one it looks good. It's just the final when you do the final image, I'm just wasn't.
Yeah, I kind of messed it up on that pose. Yeah.
Yeah.
And also the pose, I never really finished it, so it's not the best pose in the world. But I'm just gonna put something here to show off on my work.
Yeah, it almost looks like he's hovering.
I also started getting commissions this year, which this wasn't the first one, but this is one of them. I would say I don't really make a lot of furry avatars, so this definitely wasn't the best character I made. Especially, I didn't really get a concept for this character, so I kind of come up with a lot of stuff. So, yeah. I mean, I guess
cool,
it's okay.
though.
I mean,
so how do you see how there was physics on the ears?
Yeah.
How is that? Is that something that's automatically part of Unity?
That's a VR chat. It's like a simple thing. You just drop and drag it on a bone, and
okay.
You tell you this bone has physics, and you can adjust to that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's way easier to do Unity and Unreal physics compared to doing it in Blender or Maya.
Yeah.
Gamings are built for that. Well, you gotta make an extra thing. And
I was just curious, like what steps you had to go through to.
It's easy. It's very easy.
Yeah. All right. People like the furries.
And they're popular. This is also commissioned for one of my other friends. It was some clothing made in Marvelous Designer.
Did he ended up using it on his character?
These were the characters I made.
There's a problem about that.
No. Like a total of 3 characters. Because the avatar, when I tried putting it back on the avatar in Unity, that thing broke. And I was looking at this thing because it was a very complex avatar compared to what I'm used to dealing with. So I was like, I don't know how to fix it. I don't know what broke. I was looking at this thing like, what is happening here? because
Oh,
he
this one
didn't
right
send me
here.
a
This character. This is one of your best looking characters, I think.
which I actually managed to. That's one of the only characters I really designed first.
Yeah, it's the most interesting original thing I think I've seen you do.
I'm gonna say she's like some kind of skeleton maid. It's one of the only original things I've done.
Yeah. The texture on her apron, I think,
I don't know about the lore or anything about this character. I didn't really come up with anything.
Dude, I think you think of a cool story for this. Like, in my opinion, your 3-page comics should be based on this character. You know what I'm saying? If you do like a 3-page comic with 3D sprites, it should be based on this character. It's a cool looking character.
Like a spooky man or something.
I don't know. We come up with a concept.
She's a maid, yeah, and then she's the maid of the spooky manor.
Yeah, we can come up with a concept for, but I think it's a cool looking character.
So, there'll be like a little video in a minute of me using the toggles and stuff.
Yeah, look at that. That was cool, especially with the black eyes.
Yo, it's also the toggle the eyes turn on and off because it didn't have like a ton of toggles. So
look at that. That's pretty cool. That's cool. I like the design, everything.
This was also another competition I did. I did it for Nika's Goddess of Victory. It's like a mobile game, and I made one of the characters. Her name is Masked. So
you using
based off of her.
What are you using to texture it?
Substance Painter.
Substance Painter, yeah.
Yeah, that's still a lot. I mean, I've learned a good bit. There's still a lot I gotta learn with the program. That's just how she smiles in the game. That's literally her face in the game. Down to the spider tank.
Yeah, this looks good too.
It's actually supposed to be going with the beat of the song. Like,
her face shape isn't properly because her cheekbones aren't coming out right. I just noticed some of her facial anatomy could be better.
And originally, I was gonna just.
But check, I made this early in the year compared to the stuff I made later.
It did not go with the song properly, so I had to manually try to sync it up. So if you listen to the actual song, it's a little bit janky because I had to manually sync up everything. But overall, this piece came out pretty good. You know, but this has really been my 5-year progress. You know, I made a lot of progress over the last 5 years.
Yeah, you have, man. You should pat yourself on the back.
Starting out, like I said, I was a 3D journalist for the first 2 or 3 years, and the last 2, I've been focusing more on the characters. And yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to say. I mean, this is my first YouTube video, so I mean, I don't really know.
You're a trip, Carby.
This is different doing videos like this, man. You have to like talk to the screen, and it's different. If you have any ideas of what you guys want me to upload next, just tell me. I do want to start trying to upload more. I gotta start making more content. I haven't like posted it all this year, man. I'm behind. Like, I gotta start catching back up, man. You know.
Yeah, I want to do another Jeltronics piece, but I kind of want to make some headway on the Ninja story first.
My process, how to model characters and whatnot. I know it's one of the days I'm gonna start.
Is that the last thing you show?
Yeah. It's gonna fade to black at some point. This is me talking a little more about what the world.
Yeah, it's good. This is good foundation for the shorter. Like, basically, your shorter one really should just be a demo reel. You know what I'm saying? Have some music, very little talking. Make that thing like 10 minutes.
Yeah, I see what people do, but it's like, what video should I put in this? I mean, we could talk about it, I guess, whenever I come over Sunday. What I should, because YouTube shorts are like a minute long, right? And this is a 27-minute thing.
Well, I wouldn't do for your demo reel. It shouldn't be a YouTube short. It should just be like a 5 to 10 minute long video, just kind of quickly going through your work. You know, basically quickly going through your work, like your steps and your sketches and stuff. Quickly going through that stuff. Not all of them, just a few of them, and then spending a little bit more time on your finalized stuff. You know what I'm saying? You could even say you can have the music playing or whatever. Do you see 2019, and then you show some real quick stuff. 20, and you show the year, and then it plays real through quick, and then this year, and it just go by really quick until it gets to the really good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, pretty good. Pretty good. I think
edited since college, so I know everything.
Yeah, the editing and stuff.
It's like I could have spent forever because I've already spent I've spent what, a week or 2 just trying to get all this stuff, and I'm like, I could either sit here, waste more time to make this thing perfect, and just waste more time, or just upload this thing now and get on to work on the products I'm trying to work on. You know?
Yeah, I hear you.
So I kind of got to a point to where it's like when you start something new, you're gonna spend forever, and no matter how much you try to fix it, it's gonna be trash no matter what I do. I'm gonna have to waste so much time. By the point, it'll been like another month I got that time edited all that stuff, right, and all the freaking videos in there. And you got to remember, I had a lot more content. It's like edited down to, it was 40 minutes at one point.
I had
Yeah.
to do that kind of
my
stuff
bad.
because
What you
I
saying?
was saying unnecessary details, right? I tried
Yeah.
to keep it as on point as possible. Like the first year, you see it's still pretty messed up because the first year, I didn't know what to say. Like I was like, I couldn't refine all the work from my first year.
Yeah.
That's why I was so discombobulated because I didn't even first. I was like, I don't know what my mindset was in the first year, you know. Now about the third year, and I was able to more explain what I was doing because I remember pretty well what I did, you know, in what 2022 or
Yeah.
2021. I remember more what I did. 2019, I didn't have a clue what I was doing. It's like I didn't have a clue what I was doing then, and I don't have a clue of what I was thinking I was doing then as of right now in the current moment. So I don't know.
But all right, man. It looks good to me. Like I said, I think try to clean it up in the shorter demo version.
Yeah, we'll
Make
definitely fix that.
make it a little bit more exciting. Yeah. That's still good though to have that longer version. For people who are might be other people who are interested in getting into the
Yeah, because I
3D
mean, we
art and
gotta start
animation
trying to
stuff.
inspire
Yeah.
people now, because now AI is gonna get people. I'm not gonna lie. Now people
Yeah.
say, yeah, they get discouraged, bro. I understand why.
Yeah.
You know.
But all right, we going on for we started at what 7? No, 8 to 9, 9 to 10. So about 2.5 hours.
But at least so far, thinking
So
about man, the thing about my commission so far, it's like people have come to me. It's not really had to. I mean, I'm gonna start trying to advertise, but it's like all my commissions, people have come to me. I wouldn't even advertise when I got my
that's
commission.
good. That's good. It means word of mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
That's
that's
what's
good. And
happening
it's
so far. Yeah.
once you build your portfolio up and you actually start marketing, you probably get it even more and you could charge more. But I'm gonna get out of here, eat the rest of my dinner, and go to bed.
Cause I was gonna wait to
I
see
wake
my
up early.
website till the shorts version, cause I'm like, I know the shorts version is the one I'm gonna potentially get the most views on. So I was like, I'm not gonna worry about that.
Yeah, your shorts, I would definitely focus on your best work and make those into shorts. You know what I'm saying? Like the turnaround stuff. He's talking about it real quick with some cool music or something like that. So leave it for your best work, you know.
All right.
Right, man. I will see you on
I'm
Sunday.
like, I'm working on a long process video, all the me making this character. Oh, stop still been recording, man. Oh my god. But it's like I'm still making like videos of like me making this character and all the sculpting, all the other stuff, so I can make a video how I made this character and that kind of stuff.
All right, I'll talk to you Sunday, man. We're gonna go see Ghostbusters, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll
We're
text
going to
message
John's first. Well, I'm gonna come to your house first. I'm going straight to John's.
Yeah, come here a little early, like around 11, 12.
All right.
And we're gonna go chill over there for Easter, and then we'll see Ghostbusters later that evening.
All right.
I'm thinking about. I need to talk to everyone and see if they want to do. If y'all want to do a review after the movie.
I'm up for it. Might as well.
Them, yeah. And then it'd be fresh in our mind, so why not? And we haven't done one in a while, so yeah. All right, I'll see you Sunday.
All right.